It says it's preparing and setting up our meeting for YouTube Live.
Wow. Mine says meeting is now streaming live on YouTube.
Okay, we are live. This is awesome. Hi, Devora.
Hi.
Oh, it's so exciting to see you here.
Well, you too, except I can only see your picture. Oh, there you are. Hi.
Here we are. Hi.
Hi.
So I'm Coach Noah, and I'm your gratitude coach coming to you live from Watertown, Massachusetts. And I have a dear friend and esteemed colleague with me today, Devora. Thank you so much for coming to us. You're in Nashville, right?
I am, but did you know that I grew up right down the road from you, from where you are now?
Where did you grow up?
I grew up in Newton, Massachusetts. And
Oh,
then
yes.
when I moved away from college, but then I came back and I lived in Brookline and then in Cambridge.
Oh, that's so great. So you know the stomping grounds. We have
Oh,
roots here. We
oh,
share it. I love it.
I know every road. I grew up at the very top of Heartbreak Hill,
Yep.
where the marathon runs, and I stood out there every year with my oranges and my water till the last person passed.
Wow.
Yep.
Wow. And I grew up at the bottom of right at the edge of the BC campus, going to sit there with my best
Okay.
friend.
Well, that's where I
Yeah.
was. So, oh my
Yeah.
gosh, White Mountain Creamery. Let's have gratitude
Yes.
for White Mountain Creamery ice cream.
It's an amazing, amazing ice cream. And that's where my father used to run the marathon. We'd sit there and cheer him on.
So
Yeah.
I'm older than you, I'm guessing, but I up until 1988. So from 76
Right.
to 88, I was at the top of the hill because that's where my street intersected.
Yes. And now you and I are both on our 79th day of our 100 days of impact challenge.
Yes, we
And
are.
and you've got this movement called the up in the chair movement. Can you just tell us what is that?
It's up in the chair. So up in the chair, it's a movement of lifting people up, all people, for their unique contribution to humanity. No one and nothing left out. And it came from really my entire background, my life, through the lens of the Jewish tradition of celebration at life cycle events like a coming of age ceremony, a bar bat mitzvah, or a wedding where we lift the honoree up in a chair and we dance what is called the hora around the person, where we are just watching their beam of light for who they are for the community, and it's reflected back to all of us, that past, present, future of that eternal connection that really resonates for everybody on the planet. And so I'm bringing this lens to the planet, lifting
Mm.
people up. So for 100 days and now 79, I've thought about somebody, I've lifted them up, celebrated them on my social media, and invited other people to join that circle with me to continue to lift other people up. And I just need to acknowledge that today is Yom HaShoah, which is Holocaust Remembrance Day.
Mm.
And for me, also something very personal about that is that there were 13 million people who were murdered during the Holocaust, about 6 million of which were Jewish people. So I am crystal clear that I would not be alive today if I had been born or born in a location different than where I was. And I certainly have a lot of history and relatives and connections to that tragic, horrific time in our world's history. So today I am especially requesting support to lift people up for their unique differences, those differences that would have had them murdered back then. And that's just very sacred to me. So thank you for inviting me to be with you, because I am also very grateful for all of the resilience that exists in the world and the people who are willing to never forget, to continue to remember, and speak up for those who can't.
And I mean, what a powerful thing for both the lens that you're helping us look through in terms of the honoring and the uplifting and the celebrating for the up in the chair movement, plus the lens of history that gives us the power to really honor the ancestors that came before us, the people who died and were murdered, because I'm also a member of the Jewish tribe. I'm here as a Jew, right? Having gone through a celebratory experience that I actually call the Buddha mitzvah, which is something that was an integration of my Jewish and my Buddhist roots for my parents.
Yeah, you're a
And
Jubu.
I'm a Jubu. And look, I grew up with relatives who had the numbers on their arms from the concentration camp. So we were always taught at Passover Seder, which wasn't that long ago, to honor and remember the people who were able to escape, right? And the kind of resilience and the kind of grief and the kind of trauma that they had to learn to heal from. And so it's really important to honor and acknowledge the things that build the resilience of not just our people and our tribe of people, but also what can make something new possible for overcoming and dealing with and having the endurance and the resilience to deal with the collective trauma and the collective grief that we're all going through as a species, right, with the virus. And so I appreciate this unique perspective that your movement brings. And I know that you started to share this, but is there any other like piece of gratitude you want to give for kind of what you've learned from the 79 days here of uplifting the chair?
Yes. Well, there's so much to be grateful for. So I'll start with my gratitude for others who are stepping forward as uplifters, because when we do it together, we are stronger. When we lift people up, when we lift the world up together, we are stronger. It is not possible for one person to do the lifting of 13 million alone. It is not possible to hold the space for the number of people who are suffering on the planet. And so I'm grateful to those who've reached out, who've extended their hand to offer a lift for somebody else and to invite others to continue to participate. I'm grateful for the global community that is stepping forward, from all the way in Israel and Canada and Mexico and Uganda and Nigeria. These are people who are saying, I'm with you. I'm going to grab hands with you and I'm going to dance. I'm going to go in the inner circle, the outer circle. I'm going to be up in the chair. I'm going to lift the others. I also want to say that I am grateful on this day in particular to not just from the time during the Holocaust, but people who are liberators, who are resilient refugees, hidden children, all of whom have contributed their voice to the future of humanity, of kindness, of resilience, of a willingness to share their stories. And that's the other beauty of Up in the Chair, is we get to see people, celebrate them, know them for their stories. So much to be grateful for. I can't even count all, the blessings. The cup runneth over. And in particular to the 100 Days Challenge community that, again, you and I are both a part of. I love that every day I see people like you, impactors. You and I have never met in person, but somebody who's out to impact the world in a positive way through words of affirmation and gratitude. So grateful for you. Up in the
Thank
chair.
you so
No,
thank you so much. So I mean, people can participate with us at the 100 Days of Impact Challenge. It's like 100 DAYZ, right?
Yes.
100 days
For
of impact.
reals.
For reals. So definitely look that up and join us. And if people want to participate with you, where is like one place that we could direct them to if they want to learn more about the Up in the Chair?
So the largest community that has formed right now is in a private Facebook group, and you can just ask to be included, and that's on Facebook. And if you just type in the words "Up in the Chair" under groups, you should be able to find us. Or if you do the hashtag "Up in the Chair," and you're going to start seeing like a population of people who have been sharing under that hashtag. Or Up in the Chair Challenge, I think, is also. But that's where you can come and grab hands and lift up. Come be an uplifter. It really also, that word for me, we talk about being a bystander, where maybe we saw something and we didn't take action. We talk about Yeah, just being a bystander, but we want upstanders.
And
Calm down.
uplifters, and yeah, no, and
Uplifters. I'm sorry, that is
yeah,
what that
no,
uplift
but
is
when
what
you're
my
yeah,
crew is
it's
about.
beautiful. It's beautiful. You're talking about being uplifting. And if people want to contact you directly, can they just find you on Facebook? Is that a good way to reach
Yeah,
you?
that's a great way to reach me. You can private message me right on there or post on the page, and I will get back to you. Thank you.
Oh, that's wonderful. Thank you so much for just joining spontaneously today live like this. And you and I can have more live conversations and share our movements and the kind of mystery that's unfolding here. And I just so appreciate you for being here. So I'm going to end the live now, and I look forward
Yay.
to seeing you again real soon.
Up in the
Yay!
chair! Yay!